Radio Lomax, l'émission du 106.
Soul, folk, jazz, ici peu importe, puisque ce sont les chansons de Daudi Matsiko qu'on entend en premier. Et ces chansons, elles sont autant de chroniques de la perte de soi ou de l'autre, de soi dans l'autre et de l'autre en soi. Bon, vous avez pigé. Le tout est porté par l'impérieuse nécessité de se raconter pour ne pas sombrer. Ouais, c'est l'ambiance. Et il est l'invité de cette tournée en compagnie de Gogo Penguin. Et il est le croisement involontaire entre Sparkle Horse, Wesley Willis, Nick Drake, etc., etc. C'est vraiment cette catégorie d'artistes à laquelle nous avons affaire ce soir, un songwriter de talent, et son sourire n'a pas de prix. C'est Daudi Matsiko. Roule.
Radio Lomax, l'émission du 106.
Hello, Daudi.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. Bonjour.
Oh, yeah.
Je m'appelle Daudi Matsiko. Je t'aime.
Already, okay.
I've just learned to say that.
Just buy me a meal.
I've said it to every audience. I know it's supposed to be said. You're supposed to say it, the plural.
Yeah.
What's the plural?
Le pluriel.
Oh, le pluriel.
Pluriel.
But the plural of je t'aime is
Je vous aime.
je vous aime. I keep forgetting. I keep meaning to say it at the end of the set. Je vous aime.
What a strange language.
It's so good. I love hearing it. I love listening. Sorry.
No. That's strange because one word that keeps on coming to describe your music is fragile.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's funny because to me it's quite the opposite.
Quite.
The opposite.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. It's a strong idea. How do you react to that?
Oh, I try not to think about it. Okay. It's more or less all I can do. Well, that's not true. That's not quite true. Like I'm a musician. I play guitar. I love jazz and folk. I play mostly kind of folk styles within that thing. But then I played guitar for a while for the band Do Nothing. Do you know those? We played the pop-up a while back. And yeah, I don't know. So there's lots of things I could do, but this just feels like that's why I get up in the morning. You know, I kind of the feeling I get when I play acoustic guitar, particularly. And then I'm finding it hard to write songs at the moment. Lyrics they can be quite. I've got quite a high bar for meaning, I guess. I want to feel that it means something to me before anybody else, and so I'm quite hard on myself. But the delicacy thing, wow. Do you know what? You're right. If you can, it's really cool what you can do with just a guitar and a voice on a stage, and I've learned through lots of touring to be brave, and it isn't I don't have to think about it anymore. I just get up and do it. And it's really fun to I used to love the awkwardness in the room of someone going, oh God, this is so quiet. And the tension and then the release, there's something really, we're playing with, music is a bit of a mysterious form. We've got, I don't know why this combination of notes will make me cry or, but they do, and it's getting to play with those is wow, yeah, it's really cool.
Speaking of notes, it's really interesting because it's crazy how with those you can create not only a mind space, but also a physical space in which people interact and live. How do you cope with that aspect of playing?
Oh, in the physical space of live?
Yes.
It all melds into one.
Okay.
I can't really separate the sound from the people making the sounds, or let me try and the physical. I love the danger of it. There's probably something wrong with me. I got I love the, maybe not tonight because I'm feeling quite sick. But so tonight I might be a bit more shy, but I usually love the feeling of like the audience, like they give you their permission for them to be quiet. So they agree. They can't, not because not every audience is nice like that, but I wait and they get quiet. Then I play the song, and we have this sort of like bond where I can feel their feelings coming back to me as I play them mine, and it's like a high wire act. It's like it feels dangerous because it feels the worst voice in my head on stage is like, this could end at any minute. Like, are you going to forget a lyric? Are you going to forget the next lyric? Are you going to forget the next lyric? Oh, you didn't forget that lyric. Are you going to forget the next one? That's like constantly going through my head. So I have to do a bit of meditation to get rid of that. But also just have fun with it. It's fine if you make a mistake. I'm quite good at letting go. But I love that whole thing is, some people hate it. Some people find the interaction of the audience and the pressure from that audience intense. But it's actually, I found it's very, all I'm doing is just connect. All I'm doing is trying to connect. And for someone who struggles to connect in day-to-day life, music is much easier for me.
I have to know, who's the king of misery?
So that was a joke.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Tell me about it.
Stephen, he did the painting of the record.
Yes.
So my friend Stephen Chu, he's done up until the last front cover. He's done all the artwork from my releases since 2004 to this year.
20 years and counting. Okay.
Yeah. So we met when we were in school. And he was working in the music tech department, and he'd record my demos. And then one day he did a bunch of sketches of our teachers, like caricatures, and made them look really silly. And I was like, I want that on my little demo tape. And so we became friends. And he's a dear friend of mine. He did this. So he hadn't painted for a couple of years when he had the idea for the artwork, and he sort of called me up one day. He's like, "Hey man, can I come over and paint you holding a pink ukulele?" And I was like, yeah. So he comes over, takes a photo, leaves. And then about 6 months later, I get a picture on my phone of an easel and the painting. And him saying, he made a joke, but I probably can't repeat on the air. And then he said, I'm gonna call this the King of Misery. And then, and I was like, that's a sick title. And I just kind of loved it. And I fell in love with the idea of like the humor of the picture, because I don't really, there is actually, we put ukulele on the record, so there's just so it wasn't a fraud, but like it's very quiet in the song Him in the last verse. But I wanted it, that moment was such a gift from Stephen, because he was joking, but I've suffered from bipolar and depression, and a lot of the songs, those songs, the 10 songs that are on the King of Misery are the 10 songs that I finished. I didn't finish any more songs that year than that. And that was all I had. And that was the only story I could tell. And so I took it really seriously, and I thought, yeah, okay, this record. And I could see it. As soon as he sent me the artwork, I knew what the record was. And so I just... I got to work just kind of self-producing, self-recording. But yeah, the songs... Yeah, in the song King of Misery, there's even the line, "You called me the King of Misery, but I don't think that's who I am." But then I make another joke, with a chest made of sinking sand, I'm doing the best I can, which I found quite funny. So I should say it slower. With a chest made of sinking sand, I'm doing the best I can, which is another joke, but I don't know. But it's true. Things can be funny and true.
Sure.
I don't know. How do you find depression? Is sort of like it's such an aggressive enemy internally. So any kind of chance I have to like poke fun at my own just takes the sting out a little bit. There's another painting Stephen did. He gave it to me on my like 30th. No, was it my 30th birthday? I don't think it was, but it might have been. So with bipolar, after I had psychosis, I had to go on a drug called olanzapine, which is makes you put on lots of weight. And I really hated how I looked. Even now, I'm struggling with it. I look in the mirror and I'm like,
Oh shit.
I really struggle, and I'm trying to love myself more, and I'm working on it, which is what the last EP was about. But yeah, he did this painting of me from the side, and it was me at my heaviest. And I remember he gave it to me on this. I was at a gig in Norwich, and he gave it to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man." Like, I wasn't very happy to see myself like that, and I was just like, "Cheers, man. Yeah, thanks, yeah." And then a few weeks later, I was just sat on my bed, and I had it on my shelf, and I just sort of like picked it up, and I just like burst into tears because like the painting was so beautiful. You know, like even though I feel a certain way about it, he clearly, Stephen, saw something in me that it was beautiful and that I think is beautiful, and I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. He's a great friend. Yeah.
Oh, you were mentioning the care you put into the meaning of your songs, and I happened to to pick a quote from Derby's Dose.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which is a nod to a sadistic punishment inflicted upon slaves in Jamaica. Is it right?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
like Caribbean.
I think it was. Yeah, the Western. I think it was Jamaica. Yeah.
And it goes, let me check. What God described our image like I've learned isn't mine.
Yeah.
Can we say that in some extent that line still mirrors today's social standards? Like, it's okay being white, middle class and male, and if not, you ain't shit. Is it like,
yeah.
Yes?
Wow.
Am I right?
Thank you.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, what God described our image like I've learned isn't mine. You know, and that's something I've lived. That's straight from my experience and this idea of this. No. But I think a lot of people, you know, go through life feeling like they're not worthy of love, feeling like they're not entitled to happiness. You know, that somehow their suffering is
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conditioned.
Yeah. And sadly, our culture doesn't do much to like alleviate that. You know, there's I've got so many trans friends. I've got so many friends who, all walks of life, not just black people, but yeah, that line is really. It's so funny, you know. Like I just wrote the song. You know, I don't know what day it was, but I was just cracking on, wrote it, and it was quite a quick song to write, annoyingly, because sometimes sometimes songs take months and it's depressing. But this one was really quick, and and that line means a lot to me because it's still relevant. I don't know what to say about it other than, yeah, a lot of people feel that way, and I wish we could change that. Because like I got a therapist last March or May last year, and he had it for like 12 weeks, but it was amazing. Like she started like addressing the lack of self-love I have in myself, and yeah, sure, currently a lot of that is to do not a lot, but a good portion of that is to do with how I look and how I feel. But a lot of it comes from like, you know, growing up in rural England, you know, where like I was the only black kid there and felt like a bit of an outsider, but also, you know, I say all that, I found the best group of friends a person could ask for, you know. My two best friends from school, Chris and Ryan, and then my other friends, Ben, and I was so fortunate. And a lot of it's music friends as well, just people you play music with. And I found guitar.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like wow. Well, like I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have guitar. Like, oh my god, I don't want to make a bleak joke, but I probably wouldn't be here. Like,
Yeah, I can relate. I can relate.
I don't know. Yeah, everything else just makes me feel like I don't want to do anything but play guitar. Thanks. Cheers.
I have like fuck ton questions to ask you, but I'll be, I'll go softly because today's
You're all good.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Today's
Anton.
today, but
Yeah, we got a show. Oh my god.
one last before I let you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of guitar, how did you learn it, and
Oh.
how did you come up with that finger style?
Luck.
Oh.
Yeah. So my dad had read. I'll try and be brief. My dad had read in the Sunday Times that in order to have well-rounded children, they needed to learn piano.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my brother and sister, got a big brother, little sister, we had piano lessons. I sucked. Those two were great. I fucking hated it. And Richard, my piano teacher, he had a Les Paul on his wall, and every day I'd be like, "Can I have a go?"
Drooling.
Yeah, I was just obsessed with this guitar. I was like, can I play it? Can I play it? And eventually he let me have a go. And I picked up the chords really quickly. I picked up a D and an A and a G. And then we started having guitar lessons in secret when we were supposed to have piano lessons. And then eventually enough time had passed. He was like, I've got to tell your parents. So he invited himself round to my parents for dinner. And he invited himself round to my parents for dinner and told them that he'd been teaching me guitar. And then we all agreed that day that I would do half and half piano, half guitar, but I hated playing piano. Really, I think the thing, I actually love piano now, but I think the reason was it just didn't feel like my own. I felt like I was being a competitive sibling. And I really was, like, my brother was great on jazz and my sister was great on classical, and I was just bad. And but you're supposed to be at that age. That's the other thing as well. You're supposed to be, but so, if you're not, like, I'm bad now, like, but that's fine. I'm happy with it.
Where's the fun if you don't disappoint?
Yeah, you have to. That's the thing I have to keep reminding myself is part of this job is to take risks and to be brave in a way that isn't the same as last time, where vulnerability comes in different ways. It could be, I'm trying to find that new vulnerability at the moment. But yeah, and so luck-wise, guitar. Yeah, then I flew when I picked up the guitar. That was it. I started writing songs, and then was there another part of your question? How I started to learn?
Finger style.
Okay,
Yeah.
alternate tunings. Jamie Swannell.
Oh yeah, sure.
Jamie Swannell is a luthier in Cambridge.
Yes.
I quit guitar briefly after studying, and I got back into it when I got unwell. So like I had psychosis, and then I couldn't do anything else apart from play guitar. So I just played guitar, and I really, I kind of came back to it that way. And but all the songs I used to play that I'd written, they were in like Dadgad. But my voice had changed. I didn't like how
open tuning. Dadgad.
Yeah, DAD, GAD, and so a lot of those songs didn't work for my voice when I went to sing them. Okay. So my friend Ryan had tuned one of his guitars to B flat, and so I just tried Dadgad but in B flat.
Badgad.
Hey,
Badgad.
It's not quite that. It's like I'm sure it's like or something like that. Yeah, but like Badgad, and so yeah, B flat, Dadgad, and then that depth that woke me up into a whole new thing. I got into there's a song I wrote called Houston in the Blind, which is like a good example of that tuning. And then I met Jamie in a pub. I was in Newark-on-Trent in the East Midlands. Jamie was a tutor at the Newark Luthier School. And I think he graduated not long before, and we got chatting. And he turned out he was a massive fan of Portico Quartet and Go-Go Penguin. And he was like, "You're going on tour?" Because at the time I'd just been booked to go on tour with Go-Go Penguin, and I was like, "You're touring with Go-Go Penguin?" And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm still a fan. Like, oh my god, I cannot stress how much I love Go Go Penguin. And yeah, so he was like, can you take one of my guitars on the road? And just tell me how it does. And so he set it up to how I play. I was playing with 13s in B flat, and he was like, I think you should go to 14s, so even heavier. And then he gave it to me in this tuning that he made up himself. He was like, I've made up this tuning. And it was B flat, D, G, D, F, B flat. And I was like, okay. And I immediately started finding things that I liked in it. And I wrote most of the King of Misery in that tuning. That's how, but Jamie made it up. And so that, when I say luck, it's kind of like, it's kind of lucky.
I get it now.
And then the fingerstyle thing, like my theory is really bad. I'm not very well. I don't remember any of it. I studied when I was younger, but I don't have that memory anymore of theory. I can get by, but but it's really bad. But what I do have, which hasn't left me, is like feel and sensitivity. It is. You still have to I still have to work on it, but I never lost the touch. And so I fingerpick quite basically. I don't use my fourth finger. It's pretty weak. On my pinky as well. My friend Joe Egan, who I play a music project with, can do the whole. And I'm like, wow. But I'm just like a claw. That's kind of how I do things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you realize that your previous tuning was short a letter from Baghdad? Baghdad.
And then the place, yeah. But it wasn't actually that tuning. So
okay.
So B flat. Let me see if I've got it on my phone. I can read you what the tuning is. B flat.
Regardez, les fans d'accordage, vous regardez ce qui va suivre.
G.
Les fans d'accordage alternatif, bien sûr. Pas les fans de s'accorder, c'est chiant.
I'm sorry to look at my phone in an interview. That's awful. D F sharp. Wait, D A D G A D. No, that's not it. I don't know where these tunes are. Hey, okay. So it'll be Dagad and B flat is B flat F B flat E flat F B flat.
Lots of flats.
Yeah.
You
can do it in sharps.
Are you in real estate? Because you have a lot. Sorry, the joke is really bad.
Yeah. Am I in real estate?
Yeah.
How do you mean? Selling loads of flats?
There are a lot of flats. Yeah.
That's less flats.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, good joke. It was a good one. I liked it.
Bipolar joke.
Oh, love it. That is good. Lots of flats. Yeah. That is good.
Thank you, Daudi, for your time and your kindness. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Get better for your tummy. And bon courage, as we say, for the show.
Okay. Big ups.
Thank
nice
you.
One. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Radio Lomax, l'émission du 106.